नमस्कार साथियों। बहुत से लोगों का सवाल रहता है कि हाउ डू यू कैरी आउट एन एनालिसिस एंड हाउ डू आई कैरी आउट द एनालिसिस is basically on the monthly. That is, first priority is given on the monthly, and then the second priority is given on the weekly, and the third priority is given on daily. So when we are looking market in this uh, uh, from higher to the lower time frame, we ideally get an understanding on the where the direction and trend is heading. One of the most common, I would say common, method is because it was invented during early year, so this becomes primary phase. Okay, so I will add a text here. Is this is as primary trend, that is on yearly. ठीक है, I will change the color. You want something good? Let's go with this. Okay. What you see here is it is already a completed trend. Okay. Here you can only take the advantage of the data, how the data has been printed, and you can understand that. All right. There is always, if a primary trend is this, okay, then we need a first elevation. The first elevation is this. Now most don't understand what is first elevation. The first elevation is the one which basically explains trend, beginning of the trend. Okay. Now if you understand only this much is more than sufficient for you to understand first elevation or acceleration of trend. ठीक है. If you understand only this much, तो यहाँ पे we don't need what we don't need any kind of indicators. So far what has happened, there is the first elevation. Now the conditions for the first elevation has to be met with what? On monthly it has to make a new high. ठीक है. On monthly it has to make a new high. Now new high comes with some challenges. This is first high. So new high, it barely makes to new high, it fails, and this becomes a new high. Then it comes, it does not, okay, it does tag that trend line because when this was printed, the trend line was like this. So it does not tag the trend line and it makes a new high. Okay. That is first criteria, that it has made a new high. The new high should have an at least a minimum 100% price range. Number of the conditions what you are going to meet is it should have a 100% of the price range. So what is the price range here? 5,323. The second, when first elevation began, what is the price range here? 9,090. Now this is first elevation, that is first acceleration. If you understand this, it is one of the most simple and logical explanation. It doesn't require any kind of indicators or any kind of tools. ठीक है. It applies to all. It applies to all. Now when the first elevation is done, the second elevation, the second acceleration. Now here comes the part. Is this a completion of second acceleration? The answer would be no. But it is the beginning of second acceleration. The answer would be it's the beginning of second acceleration. We need equal or more than equal between two sets of acceleration, that is 10,548.65 and here 11,093. So these are equal heights. These are equal heights. More or less they are equal heights. So it is a step of 1 2 1 2. Okay. Do we have any corrections? They are going to come now. We may experience a correction up to 21,500. We may experience. I'm not telling you that we will not experience. No, we may experience. The first correction that took place. Now I will remove this. The first correction that took place during the first acceleration is of how much points? 3,421 points. The second, so far it is saying it is 4,533 points. Even in the ratio of correction, this is 1 degree, this is 1.61 degree. Is correction has completed? I have no idea, but this is not on a secondary elevation. Second elevation. This is the beginning of the second elevation. Alright. So we have understood price variations. So how much price it has taken. Now let's understand one simple thing, that key from here to here it made a 10,703 by price. By time, let's understand how much it took. It took 19 bars, 19 months. Okay? Now remember this is 19 bars. Okay? Only 19 bars. Now here, how much price it has made? From this low to this high is 11,093.95. And how much bars it has taken to complete that data range? Data range 27 bars. So with this data, this is 27 bars and this is 19 bars. So the rate of change in this section was high and the rate of change in here is reducing. If the correction here it took around about 3,000 points, it has taken 1.618, that means 4,600 points. Now, is this going to go from here? The answer would be, it may make a very deep pullback before it starts continuation. This is one part of the patterns, because this trend is 1 2 then 1 2. Here you have to add a single parenthesis. This 2 is still incomplete. Based on me, it is still incomplete, and based on somebody else, it might have completed. I do not have an argument with any of the person. I am not here as a conflicting statement. I am not here to make a statement conflicting. I am here to make statement based on the patterns, what we recognize and what we understand. Now I will come back here and I will put this. Now answer me, if you have seen all my videos, what did I previously told you? This has broken the first phase of consolidation here. Then it failure to move high. It made a new low. But it also broke the trend that supports the trend line. It broke, it made a new low, and then it is upside now. So here is a very important part. If this has to support, it has to support from here 23,800 somewhere, then from here it has to bounce. Okay, usually happens because trend line breaks, because this is Nifty or Bank Nifty. But in stocks it doesn't happen in that way, because you do not have a short selling in stocks. Remember this, you do not have a short selling in stocks. You have short selling in Nifty, and that is also being reduced based on the number of contract per trader can go is 3000 contracts. Okay, so that is also under the very regulated condition, so that Nifty doesn't have to worry on the liquidity. So there is no liquidity question, so Nifty is always a fluid. Okay, so my first understanding is that the price has to, if the price has to bounce, it has to bounce from this rising, this rising trend. It has to bounce like this. Then it will make some consolidation phase here. It will come and touch this again trend line and then bounce. This is what is an ideal pattern unfolding. And what about the price length? The price length will be now reduced to 60% of this first. If the first one is, excuse me, I will remake it. $11,093 is the first one. So 60% of 11,000 is how much? Say for example 7,000 or 6,800 or 7,000. From here we are looking for 7,000, slightly more than that. So even without seeing the Fibonacci relationship, we can plot based on the patterns when you have an experience of more than 3 to 5 years. Did I use any kind of indicators here? No. Did I use a Elliott wave theory here? No. I have used only price behaviors and number of bars, how much time it has taken to print that data. Now, how much time it will take to print that data? The answer is here only, inside this. I think I have advocated and I have many times told people that what you are looking in the market is inside that market only. It is 82 bars. It will be exactly 82 bars with a lesser price momentum. And by pattern wise, now this is a bar wise, the time calculation from here to here, the time calculation is 82. So let's put it here. It has, so 82 will come somewhere at October 2000, September 2026. So here is the final date. But somewhere around about 30,000 it will complete. But what about the pattern? Suppose if you want to see the pattern, what about the pattern? Now the pattern is very, very shaky pattern we need. We need shaky pattern. And the shaky pattern is just here. All you need is an eyes and particular understanding. You see how it has fell here? It is going to fall here. I'll show you the comparison. Just a minute. Now why I am showing you this is, you see this failure? you are going to see the same failure here. Before it makes a high, and then from there you see this, you probably will see this tagging the trend line, then it is going to bounce, then it is going to bounce, but here the trend will discontinue because this part is in a very stronger length, it has a gap, but the trend will discontinue. So what I will do is I will pick up the data. I have always advocated that if you want, your data is already printed over there, my friends. Your data is already printed over there. This is the data, and if I fit it here, I don't have to set it. Even if you can see it is going to 28 September or somewhere it is November. Okay, this is the pattern. Did I use a Elliott wave theory here? No. Did I use anything extra? Oh, this is going to be like this, this is going to be like this. No, I didn't make any such things. All I did is copied the previous data and represented the next data. Now, most of you want to know how the hell you did it. Yes, how the hell we did it. First is experience. You should not ignore the experience. It's more than almost 20 years now. No issues, no problem. The second is the method to identify repeating pattern. Suppose if you follow a certain method of dealing with your service clients or dealing with your business people and other things, and if it is successful, will you change it? Probably not. If you have a successful business tactic where your business is running very good and you are making money, then will you change it? And I believe you won't change it. And that is what I am trying to say, is that the pattern which performs the highest benefit to you, you will adopt it, and it takes time. It doesn't come overnight. If you think that it comes, okay, I learnt it, Krishna taught me, let's do. No, it won't come. It takes time. It has to be ingrained in you. You have to overcome your other thought process which may or may not be suitable for a trading. You should not have a different thought process other than the pattern based thought process. Okay, different thought process can have for different business or friendship or relationship or religious practices. You can have different thoughts, but for trading you must have a very clear vision, and your thought process should follow your methods, logic and psychology. Okay, I hope people who sent me email asking me what exactly you do, I do exactly this way. Now, where did you find an indicator in this? You don't find an indicator. The thing is, people want very quick, instantaneous. No, it's not possible. It is not possible to make money instantly. It is possible to learn. Start learning instantly, because your learning curve will give you more reliable strength, so that you can put your trades in the live market. Okay, I'm not trying to be smart here. What I have done in the past. See, TradingView has banned me 2 times, and then they revoked my ban. I didn't ask them to do it. TradingView has its own rigging people. They have their own riggers, people who rig. Okay, So I'm not like that. I do not like advertisements, spending money on advertisement. Even I don't go for the iPhone. You are spending for iPhone around $2,000. You are spending an iPhone. I call it as a stupidity because you all you need is on a phone. That's all. Nothing more than that. If you are spending money on cars more than $20,000, I call it as an beyond reasons. The spend is beyond reasons. You need a car to travel. That's all. It's not a luxury, or it is not a tool that helps your next generation, your kids, your grandchildren to learn something. No, it is nothing. It is just an traveling convenient. That's all. If you are spending more than $20,000 on the cars, it's unnecessary. Okay. So let's make it very clear. The one who asked me this, you want to know the true market, then you have to involve in yourself 100% in the market, and you have to understand in your own way. I can't explain you how do you have to understand. No, I can show you the patterns, before the patterns, after the pattern, but you have to involve yourself. It is you who is going to take an executive decision. It's not me. I'm going to only train you to how to read the patterns. That's all. And reading pattern, learning pattern is just three simple steps. That's all. I have not used anything, no stupidity, nothing. It's so easy. It's so easy. See, if you put in a Bollinger Band, it is outside the Bollinger Band. That is, it is about 2.5 standard deviation. It is bound to come back to the mean reversion. So we know that it is going bound to come back to the mean reversion. अपने को पहले से ही मालूम था यार, इतना ये सब राडा होने के बाद market went up. We know that it is going to make, when 3 bars are ignored, we know that it is going to come to the mean reversion value. अपने को मालूम था कि मीन रिवर्सन वैल्यू पे आएगा ही आएगा. एंड दिस ट्रेंड लाइन इज इन अ 9 पीरियड वीकली ट्रेंड लाइन, मूविंग एवरेज. डाल के दिखाऊं 9 पीरियड का. एक मूविंग एवरेज सिंपल. अच्छा, ओके. या ड्यू टू वोल्टिलिटी, ये ईएमए होगा यार, एसएमए है क्या? अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक है. अच्छा, ये वोल्टिलिटी एक कैलकुलेट करना है, बट इट इज अ सिंपल मूविंग एवरेज बेसिकली. 9 पीरियड इज सिंपल मूविंग एवरेज. फन अभी वो थोड़ा कैलकुलेशंस बहुत हो गए, कोई बात नहीं, बट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू दैट इट्स वेरी सिंपल and easy. All right then. I will post about Bank Nifty maybe within 1 hour or tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.